you have to sing back into the other one. How that you have to figure out. Because if you play and sure, you can play always the notes and go on. But if you feel that there was something wrong, I didn't find my way back, then usually you have to do something earlier. Let's see where. Maybe that should be the turning point, yes. And not you. Because then you don't find the tempo. As usually the upbeat is already the tempo, or is already sliding in the tempo. Here probably the same. So whatever it was a pulse until here, it comes to a total stop, and it comes a new word. And the left hand has big leaps all over the piano, but we don't really have to sense musically very much. Now here the way one has to think is a little bit tricky. Obviously the beautiful melody is in the right hand. So our instinct tells us that we concentrate on the right hand and we sing that melody as beautiful as we can. And then comes a vicious circle. The left hand doesn't have enough attention, so cannot play it as well as it should be. Then your attention goes to the left hand in a kind of little bit worrying way, and you try to play these long notes here and to express something that on piano you can never express with one note. Doesn't work. That explains this note, so to speak. Yeah. Always the other moving voice explains the steady voice when you play. That one. Otherwise, I cannot do it. And it comes this hopeless, helpless feeling, saying that the piano doesn't sing. No, the piano can sing like anything, only its own way. Okay, so. Yes. The whole thing is a little bit tightrope walking. That from great, beautiful concentration, very easily it starts to freeze. So you have to keep yourself melting all the time. Because from the attention, it easily stops somewhere. Now let's see, how can we think about the melody? Those melodies are ambiguous. That's a downbeat. let's not do them all. Only every second. So not, but upbeat. And I'm always doubting if I have an idea. Let's see if the opposite is right or better. Or maybe both. One like this and the other like that. Maybe. That was the mixture of the two. If you start to see alternatives, you start to be frustrated.
Which to choose?
Yes. Then you would prefer that somebody tells you that's how it goes, and okay. Like when you learn swimming, and then you take off that belt that holds you, and they say, okay, now swim. You don't have to decide, because it's not only ambiguous, it has many meanings. And then you come to a point that a melody like that sounds like when Rubinstein played it. Every note is important. And it's always now. The note that you play now is important. And the moment you played the note, the next one will be the important one. The kind of happiness is always in the future. Okay, play it now. That is beautiful. You made a full circle, so to speak. That first one plays it and is quite steady. Then you melt it down and you have many different kind of rubatos. That is more important. This one is more important. Gorgics. And then finally they somehow quiet down and you end up playing quite evenly. But that is already a synthesis of playing evenly. It's not before, it's after. Mm-hmm. And then comes a great quietness and mature musical playing. To be able to do that, to be able to control these very small quantities here, tenths of seconds, split seconds, and dynamic differences, you must have absolutely maximum sensitivity. Some pianists go the other way. They fix things. Controlling by tension. I like better controlling by freedom. Yes. But that is my choice and doesn't have to be everybody's choice. I think that we control things better in mobility. It's not a very poetic image, but when you see bad waiters in the restaurant bringing the soup,